Hello, this is Star to Earth. Today our reading is about past life experience. So we are looking into a past life experience that you have had where the lesson that that experience carried can be applied in some way in your life right now. So by knowing this past life experience, it will help us or help you to navigate your life right now. Okay? So as usual, we have three groups. I do not have my usual cloth because I spilled water on it just now. So now we only have the bare desk, the bare table, the surface. Alright, this is group 1, group 2, group 3. So pick one intuitively and head to the timestamps below to find out about your reading. See you! Hi group 1, so you pick this crystal. Today we are looking at one past life experience you have had. So what is the one past life experience that group 1 needs to hear right now? Okay, group 1, your past life has a main theme around injustice. Okay, so the story I'm getting is that someone who is important to you, so in your past life, okay, someone who is important to you, probably likely your family members, they have been treated wrongfully. Maybe they were framed by their enemies, they were accused for something that they didn't do, they suffered injustice. Okay, someone close to you suffered injustice, and you decided to dedicate yourself, dedicate your time, dedicate your life in fighting for them, even if they have already passed on. You want to fight to clear their name. You were determined, so you equipped yourself. Okay, you train yourself either with knowledge or with skills that can that you feel like can change the game. You want to flip their story around. You want to flip the injustice around. So as a result, you lived a life that required you to navigate very carefully, because life was full of traps. There were lots of traps around you. For other people around you, they see you as someone who is very courageous, because even though you knew that it would be a challenging path, probably the chance of flipping this or clearing their name is very low. You still took it, and therefore you are seen as someone who was very brave to say yes to challenges like that, because you step into the unknown. And your attitude was like, well, we'll never try, never know. Maybe the chance was low, but then, what is there to fear about, or there's no other way. Like, I have to do this. And why is this extra courageous is because you actually had the chance to choose a quiet life away from this. So probably when it comes to your generation, you were already protected from whatever danger that happened to your family members. So probably when it came to your generation, you were rescued or being hidden away or being brought away to a different place. So you were no longer in that dangerous situation, yet you chose to return to the danger because you feel like that's where the injustice happened and you want to change it. Okay, so did you succeed? So what changes have you made? I feel like you didn't succeed. You also ended your life in injustice. So something similar that happened to your family member repeated. So it happened on you too. And then I'm getting this question like, okay, so I fought for nothing. I worked hard and the same thing happened. I did not change a thing. I tried so hard. I dedicated my life and nothing changes. So it is important for you right now, you, to recognize that there is an important change. And this important change from the perspective of the universe, right? This important change has nothing to do with the outcome of this, whether this injustice was being right or not. The outcome of your fight wasn't the key. The key is that during this life, during this experience, you actually unlocked your trust in the unknown. Through this experience, you actually found the connection with your spiritual self or your higher self. During like this life of a lot of fighting for injustice, like trying really, really hard, right? Trying to navigate the danger really, really hard, you actually found a way to reconnect with the universe, or the aspect of you who is very much connected to the universe, because we have the awakening card and the transformation card here. So it's like you grew wings. You found a way to grow your wings. They both show that you managed to connect to this aspect of self, this part who see through the limitation of our 3D world, this part who has full 100% unwavering faith towards the universe. So because of this past life experience, you actually, right now, you in this life, okay, actually carried this experience, this lesson. You know very well how to find your way back to the universe. When you feel lost, when you feel defeated, you know the way to restore your faith. It's like, you have done it before, you have muscle memory somehow. You know the steps, you found the shortcut. And even though you do not remember it in your physical brain, but the connection is still there. It's like you have it at the back of your mind. Other people might take years to learn this or even, know about this. But for you, it's like you inherently know. You know that the experiences on earth can be disappointing, can be difficult, can be super challenging. And the point is not to win everything. The point is to learn, like the key is to learn to trust that things can work out. The key is to trust so that we can exert our full potential. So you have the know-how in connecting with the universe, in carrying out like a conscious collaboration with the universe. So I don't know how you feel when you hear this message, like whether you can feel the ease in you when it comes to connecting with your spiritual self, or when we talk about spirituality, it's really natural for you. Okay? And this know-how is actually something that can help you or support you in your life right now. So whatever you are facing right now, this experience is here to support you in this phase, this difficult phase. All right, group 1, this is all I have for you. So if this reading resonates, please click like or comment or subscribe. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can head to my website. I've linked it below. So thank you, group 1. I'll see you again. Bye-bye. Hello, group 2. So you picked this crystal. It's a moonstone. So today we are looking at your past life experience. So what is one past life experience that group 2 need to hear? Okay, group 2. The past life experience that is shown to me is that you were a spiritual leader. We get 2 sun cards here and then a shaman card. You could be a shaman, a priest, or some kind of witchcraft doctor, some kind of healer who is highly respected by your community. You are also their leader at the same time. So I feel like this must be a time, like the ancient times, where kings are treated as gods. Like this is a time where there was no real separation between a tribe leader and a doctor, because I feel like you were not part of a council team for the king. You are the king. Because you are wise, you are intelligent, and you have these healing abilities, you naturally become the leader. Something like that. So it is a time where there is no monarchy system or hereditary monarchy system yet. Okay, and I feel like you were loved by many people, but you felt lonely. A phrase I got is that I've died many times. I think it is because of the responsibility you have towards your tribe, your people. So your life is all about this life and death. Every decision is a big decision. Everything is urgent. And there's no space and time for smaller things. For example, you do not have someone to talk to casually. You do not have friends whom you can treat as your peers. There's no one around you who is on the same level as you, so to speak. So, and I feel like you are alone. You do not have like a partner or a spouse as well. And we have the Venus and the 5th house cards here. I feel like you couldn't show the side of you that is softer, that is more casual. For example, the part of you who enjoys music, art, or doing nothing, because your life doesn't allow you to chill. You have a more childlike or a more feminine part in you that wants lesser responsibility and more time to chill, more personal time to just relax or just play. Because the role that you are having is like a very masculine role. You lead your people, you protect, you provide. Everyone is looking up at you, right? But then the softer side is not there. It's not non-existent. And I feel like if in that life you were a woman, then this feels extra hard, because I do see like you want to look pretty or just bloom like a flower. You know, some days I just want to bloom like a flower and not really having to chase after a goal, you know. So I feel like in this life, the current life, you carry this pattern. So you are very capable. You could be a leader in your career, taking a leadership role, but at the same time you want to balance this with a lot of softness. You have this intention to balance this masculine role with feminine. You want to have a lot more space to go after your passion, or what's even better is to combine your career aspirations with what you truly love. So I see you emerging as a leader who shifts from the more masculine role to a more feminine leader. Okay. I also get an extra message that as you continue to caretake your feminine side and balance this masculine side, you will eventually meet someone like a partner, a soulmate who is a true match for you, someone who is on your level, someone whom you can talk to in this life. So of course this only applies to people who are looking for romantic partnerships, right? So yeah, this is all I have for you, group 2. If it resonates with you, you may click like, subscribe, or leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can head to my website. I've linked it below, and you can book a reading there. Alright, group 2. Thank you, and I'll see you. Bye bye. Hi, group 3. So you picked this. This is the Lemurian quartz. So today we are looking at a past life experience. So what is this one past life experience that group 3 needs to know about? Okay, group 3. The past life experience that we are pointed towards is the one where you were in a dilemma about whether to speak your truth. So I think in that past life experience, you were working for someone important. So you probably had like a position in the palace, or working alongside the royals, like being part of a council for the king or something like that, like a political setting. And it actually reminds me of Lord Baelish, Littlefinger, if you know the story of Game of Thrones. So he is a key person in that dynamic, because he takes care of the money of the country, and at the same time he's a spy as well. So I feel like in that life, a big part of your job is to convey messages. With the Mercury card here, I feel like you are the middleman between two groups of people. For example, you are the middleman between the royals and the commoners, or the king and queen and the council. or you could be like a royal priest where you are supposed to, help the people communicate with God, like a bridge somehow. So receiving and delivering messages is like your key job. But then you struggle in telling the truth. So I can see you asking, like, so do I just do my job? Do I say what is necessary? Do I leave the rest? Or do I say what I really feel and think and interpret? Do I be honest? It frustrates you a lot to leave things as it is, to just say the bare minimum or just say what is on the surface. But you also ask yourself, do I want to be so involved? What if it brings danger to me? Can I keep a safe distance and still be honest at the same time? So what if telling the truth puts me into trouble? Do I, have the courage? Am I able to bear the consequences? Because I feel like your nature is very compassionate and kind, but the environment, the political environment you are in, doesn't really allow you to be fully kind or truly kind like you wanted to be. So this feeling of being torn between, do I be honest or do I not be honest? So this tension, it actually lasted for quite a while, like a main part of your life, I feel. But then eventually I do see you taking a leap of faith. You decided to be true to your heart, and I actually see some of you, as a result of this decision to be authentic, you were actually being banished, being sent away, or being exiled as a result. But it didn't bother you. With this strength card here, this experience actually helped you to learn to go your distance. You learn to push yourself, to break your own limitations. So actually at the end you achieved this mastery. You understood that, okay, the only thing that sets me free is when I'm true to myself. When I'm true to myself, I have nothing to fear. Okay, you understood that you need to stop suppressing your authentic voice. And then you continue carried on with this new strong belief, which is really beautiful. And I feel like in your current life, this activation of the throat chakra, speak your truth, courage, and the shadow side is suppression. So to stop suppressing your voice is a big turning point in your current life. I don't know whether you have experienced this or you are currently experiencing it. So this is why this past life experience comes up, because in this past life, you had successfully mastered this, to break your own limitations, to find your own voice, to stick with your authenticity. So I think this is what you need to be reminded as well in this life. You be reminded that you have done it before and you can do it again, okay, to break your own limitations. Okay, group 3, this is all the messages I have. If it resonates with you, you can let me know by clicking like, subscribe, or leave me a comment. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can book via my website that I've linked below. Alright, group 3, I'll see you in my next reading. Bye bye.